Sure, let's take this map. Let's do a Factorio Wave Defense speed run. What are we putting in? I guess we can put all this wood in the initial power grid. Yeah, still working on derusting all the things. Let's grab a fish now. It's going to be fine. 3, all these guys, all these guys. The lack of rocks here is a little bit of a concern. We also want to make sure this base doesn't hit this water. Yeah, we are going to need a lot more rocks. We are not going to be able to forget about getting the initial stone mining down. In addition to all the other things we might forget because we're still kind of getting the mechanics together. Can we build a power grid cleanly? No, as it turns out. This guy goes here. We have 2 copies, power pole in the middle powering all of it. Wood is the initial fuel. We already got some boxes out of this, didn't we? Oh, and also we put these in the wrong place. So, cool, good job. Did we move all of them? Yeah, we did. We want another copy of this thing, which is usually in the paste buffer, but then because we had made other mistakes, somewhat wasn't. Okay, where is our coal? Our coal is a long way away, as it turns out. That's mildly disappointing. Let's have 4, 5, 6, 7. That's where they're going to go. It's going to be fine. Which means we're going to have substations in here, which they don't have drains, so it's not going to cost me any of that wood, which we are still wondering about not having enough of. That was not a delay worth taking. Yeah, the idea of putting all of these substations down now is that I could figure out where the coal belt was supposed to be and then run this power line through the substation, but that also doesn't help when we forget to do the thing. Things will go better if we don't forget to do the things. We have... Yeah, we get a couple more boxes. This is not a fantastic start, but also derusting. It's fine. Grab this blueprint, replace the mining drills. Okay, so that's as many of those as we're getting today. Put 7 of these in the paste buffer. I did see there were rocks over here, and we do have a bit of a rock deficit at the moment. So we're going to grab all these things. We're going to help the bots with the coal because we're nice like that. We're going to punch all of those into the... We're going to grab these ones as well. Maybe we're happy about the number of rocks we have at the moment. Anyway, paste buffer, these 7 go here. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Is that the number we want? Is that 50? That is 50. Can we help the bots without messing everything up? Sometimes. Yeah, connect these guys to the grid. I don't know if these guys connected or not, but it's going to be fine. Is it fine? We've kind of even left enough space for... I think we're going to need to do... yeah, we can do it that way, can't we? We do need to belt balance. That actually worked really well today. Weird. Okay. We always find ourselves a little bit short of belt. Continue to make these guys. Where can we start the base? We can start the base like even over here. That's not too bad. Things are not a disaster yet. Weird. And then remember that there's some mechanics to copy all of that stuff at the same time to make that easier, except it will go better if we put it in the correct place. As a general rule. Okay, splitter here. Get this belt through, run this belt to where it will go next. I think that's too far. Yeah, getting this first block of stuff powered quickly is always one of the things we need to do well. Is that the correct number of things? Is that 14? 17. We've done too many. Is that the correct number of things? Yes, that's 14, which means we should also be able to, yeah, not that way. Doing things quickly is always the challenge, he said. Okay, so we should be able to pick up these things and get a decent amount of coal to put directly into these furnaces. Lack of music continues to be a bit of a shame. We have 2 steel furnaces left over, which means these 2 need to be upgraded. And yeah, one of the things that was helpful about reading my notes again is that reminding myself of how this layout is supposed to go, and also that I have a hotbar that's supposed to do this, and then yeah, this one is coils, and then I remember there's a way that we do this quickly, which is to double box there and then use these box blueprints to do that buffer quickly, and then these guys are on the hotbar so that we can access them quickly. These get in here, then we go back to toolbar 1, we prioritize this into the build. Give me the stuff. I would like the stuff, and we want, I mean, just helpful things. Yeah, this is not a great spot for the beginning of day 2. We would like to have more of this stuff built, but whatever. Yeah, you guys get out of the way as well. Yeah, get some there. Okay, we do that. We then figure out where these substations go, and it will go better if we actually put them in the right place. And then we want, over here we want some steel furnaces, or at least some furnaces to be making us steel. And then we want to find the stone. Not that one. I'm on the wrong hotbar, that's why the wrong kind of thing is used. And mechanics. Cool. Okay. That's all the belt we have, which is not fantastic, but I guess we take it because we don't really have any other options. Oh yeah, we change this to poles, pipes, then we use the pipes to bounce out all the other engines things. Then we can have 2 cars. Give me all the rest of this belt. We want a bit of a coal buffer here as well, and then we've got to go and build all those things we ghosted, and these mining drills shutting down is fine as long as, yeah, we didn't bank up too much in there, so it's great. We need to get this stuff done. We want an assembler here to make us stone furnaces. And then we need to go and drop, we need to drop about 20 mining drills on, oh hey, there's a bunch of coal over here. Do I need this right now? Probably not. Oh hey, there's some, okay, bots turn off, they'll come back to me, which is nice, and then we can turn them on again and collect all of these things. We're then going to drop the secondary car because we ran away from the primary car somewhat accidentally. This is now the primary car. Connect all that stuff up. Yeah, we don't have as many drills as we would like, but also whatever. I think we are... that tree is going to annoy me. I'm not going to be able to see whether or not things are connected. I don't think we're too unhappy about things at the moment. Running out of belt here is super common. Just from how much stuff we usually need. Can we have... Yes. And then, did I actually give you guys iron or not? Who knows? Things that are mysteries. Yeah, so continue all of this stuff. I've run out of inserters. Is that a thing that usually happens as well? It's fine. We can have a bunch more inserters. Okay, all of that is more or less happening. I think one of the changes that I've decided on is we are going to start with 6 on green ships here instead of 4. I think that's going to be one of the ways, that's in the wrong place, it's going to be one of the ways that we can pivot the production towards green ships over, yeah, some of those were in the wrong place as well. Yeah, some of the ways that we can pivot the production towards green chips for blue chips over all the other things we could be doing. So 4 and then 6. And we don't actually have... Okay. That might actually be helpful later because we've got to do a downgrade anyway. Oh, I wanted a pile of this copper so that we can do the military craft. Then, yeah, pile of these. Actually, let's get the grenades back in it later, and then let's build the rest of the stuff in here, because there's a bunch more stuff to build. Yeah, this layout is back in the muscle memory again, because being able to do that quickly is pretty nice. And then this needs power. You guys... Oh, yeah, then we've got to cut this at this point. Is that true? Maybe? Yep. And then... Sure, let's remember to do the other thing that can go in the correct place this time, which we're going to set to inserters. I think we're going to set this to inserters. Yeah, you need stuff, you need stuff, you need inputs and outputs. That would go better if we didn't mess that up. Yeah, cool. More of those. Sure, whatever. And then are we... I think we are ready for the push. I would really like you guys to actually build this thing. Oh yeah, things we need to do. Take out 8 of these things, but not the legs. Okay. Oh, and also, I'm supposed to leave a chunk of this stuff here. Things we also haven't done yet include upgrading these things, but it's not a big deal because we don't need as much steel as we usually do. I think we worry about exploding when we cancel this, but otherwise just go set up the, I think we just go do the push. And then, yeah, whatever. No, can we please? Okay, great. And then we should have a hospitality hopper. Where are we pushing? This is going to be a problem. We've got to go and fight these guys, though, because they're on top of our oil. Grab all these things back out. We are still making grenades, which is fine. This oil is not... Oh, that's a wall, that's not a gate. We would like to be respawning when the beginning of day 3 happens, which we are not. Are these guys? No, they're not gonna give us trouble later, it's gonna be fine. Should we have also researched some damage yet? There we go. Where are the rest of the nests that are going to... Oh, these guys are just worms. That's terrible. Yeah, it used to be that we could drive in, get out of the car, have the bugs attack us instead of the car, and then get back in the car. But these days, we will actually have aggro over... Yeah, several of these things have changed to make wave defense more difficult. It used to be that we could place the gun turrets next to the nests and then have the worms kill us. And now it is... Now the turrets will focus on the worms first, which means we have to be either more careful with the placement or go to another base. Yeah. And also the bugs focusing the car means we can't quite do the same drive-by things that we want to. Yeah, we wanted all of these inserters, we wanted you to be making mining drills, we want you to be able to keep going with mining drills, and then we want to be able to extend the rest of this stuff. Oh, there's a tree in the way, of course there is. Oh, we needed to, okay, we happen to have enough furnaces. We're supposed to also swing past the furnaces as we... Oh, did we really take out the rubber port there? I think that kills all the rubber port charge, isn't it? I think that was really bad. Yeah. I was in the middle of talking about something we needed to do and I've forgotten what it was. Okay, so the belt is... Oh yeah, it was visit the stone, because we need all of... We need the stone furnaces in the queue. Where is that? That's down here. We can do that right now. We have done that. 7, and then a bunch of these guys, and then a couple more of... Okay, we're making gear wheels. Oh, that's why. That's why we didn't have as much copper as we wanted. Yeah, okay, so we're going to cancel all the things that involved gears crafts, and then get back and build the rest of the power grid. Input priority from the coal side, and then grab all of this, but not the belt, and put it here, and then also here so that connects, and then also here so that the underground belt, the underground pipe is replaced, and then connect the water and also the power. We also need to, yeah, get build range on the top half, build that as well. This is kind of the spot we would like to be at when the beginning of day 3 happens, but we're not, never mind. Let's also throw in another 3 on the end. Do we have the parts for that? We need to swing in with about another 25 furnaces at some point. Do we have... yeah, we've got enough for all this stuff to die. Okay, so we have queued the upgrade on these. Give me all the stuff. Do I want more gears? I think I want more gears. I think that... oh, we've also got to extend... yeah, we've got to extend the coal and pick up the mining drills, because I'm pretty sure we changed the maul assembler to mining drills, and this is the point where we want the mining drills. And also, not that button, this button. Yeah, underground pipes going into the petrochem thing. Yeah, mining drills. We want these to go back to, I believe, yeah, 37 is probably too many, which I think means we've been slow. And then, yeah, you just keep going on those. Did I ever limit these? I never limited these? I think we probably should have. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, all of that setup is good. We first need to extend the coal. Yes, okay. Blueprint. We haven't done this particularly well, but never mind. We're going to do this weird backwards split mining thing that everyone likes. Didn't quite have build range on that thing. Put a splitter here. We never need 2 full belts of coal. Like, getting more coal, super helpful. Getting all of that coal, not super required. Okay, we're going to hope we remember that later. Because the other thing we're going to need is... not there. A whole lot of copper. Like, all of the copper? How many is this? 79. 79 might actually be a number we couldn't be happy about. Which is... oh, we also... blueprinted some of those around the wrong way? Yeah, we did. Cool, cool. Okay, so we've got to do all of this in the correct direction, and you in the correct direction, and also you in the correct direction, and power for you. Can we get these trees out of the way, because they're also going to annoy me? What can I be crafting? What do I actually need at this point? And then where can... yeah, you can just drive straight through here, and we want to prioritize... we want to prioritize into the smelting at this point. Day 4. Yeah, we are slow again. We want it to be... this is the point where we should be having built the green ships already. Yeah, you can go this way. Yeah, we should have built the green chips extension already, and we have not. So, that's super cool. And then running out of belt. Is running out of belt normal there? It doesn't feel like a place where I'm happy running out of belt. Give me these back. Give me these back. Or have I got... we have got enough furnaces? Have we deconstructed... have we deconstructed the furnace miners? Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Yeah, running out of these guys... not something I'm super enthused about. Do the output belts. Bot's going to handle all the furnaces and the inserters, and we should definitely have furnaces and inserters now. 3 at a time, yeah, 3 blocks at a time seems like a good amount for the bots to build while I am getting everything else done. And then I had some of this stuff. I've got a bunch of wood I don't want that the bots can also have. And yeah, we're again a good minute or 2 behind where we should be, shouldn't we? I mean, I guess that's also kind of the deal of derusting. Remember the mechanics to do this stuff quickly. And then we are racing the belt delay over here. This is the blueprint we want, which I guess replaces these furnaces. We want to do a downgrade here, and then we want to get both of these to full belts of stuff. And we are not super ahead of the belt delay. Did we, do we have enough of these assemblers? Maybe we do. Looks like we do. This one wants to join us here and get in the buffer. We are still... These guys need to be fueled, but it's probably fine. And that is not even the big green split, because we need this piece of belt. Okay, that's going to annoy me, but whatever, it's going to work. That there is the big green split. We should... Yeah, okay, now we're seeing the things get in the places they need to be. Why have you not... Oh, because we also forgot that inserter. That's kind of an important inserter. Yeah, I think we do need... Oh, no, not like that. I think we do need some more of these guys at the moment. This buffer wants to move down here. Give me these things. We've got to go and do petrochem stuff. Yeah, definitely we are cutting this small at this point. Give me all of this stuff into the logistics storage, whatever. Yeah, all of this stuff. We shall move it around. Okay, and then the... Did we make... We did not. Did I say we needed about another... About another 30? Or was it another 40? Whatever. Yeah, are we just going to come back for that later? That's going to feel pretty bad. No, we'll probably... Yeah, because everything is bad, and my mechanics are terrible, we will probably have... Yeah, mechanics are terrible, he says as he drove into the power plant. We will probably get that crafting done for the power plant as we are... that's the same piece of wall that I hit last time. We are on the grid, we are on the grid. Yeah, I think we are going to... This is also not a great oil outpost. Don't I have a hotbar for this? I think that crafting for the engines will be done by the time we get back with this oil. In fact, it's done already. In the time that I was making the point about not actually being on pace yet, we happen to still not actually be on pace yet. So that's, you know, wisdom. We are making a good point. Can we have some more power poles, please? This is going to get inside the base, isn't it? Are we going to hit other stuff in a way that's a pain? Yes. Other ways that are good to have bots. Can we sneak through these trees? Not quite. Can we grab this again? I think we are... Okay, I was going to say I think we're okay, and then we hit the other thing. And then we can hit these things. Is this where we can sneak through... how many did we build? 8? Let's build 9. Maybe 30 is enough. That is a portion of my notes that I have not yet reviewed. We are mostly... Oh, that's super annoying. Okay, that's also not going to work, is it? Yep, okay, and now we're also going to wander down here and build out, to be honest, more of the power grid than we're going to need. Also things that I have not fully or properly revised for... Do we need those yet? We probably don't, and it's close enough to not really be a problem. Things that I have not revised for 2.0 yet, it's gonna be fine. Then where is... Yeah, it's gonna be real close, isn't it? I think we're just gonna drop the tanks right here. Why do I have so much iron in my inventory? I guess I was building the power grid. This is gonna get in here. Give me some gears. You don't build that. We then want... I don't know how many of these we want. Are we going to want more undergrounds? Probably. Cool. And then, oh, actually, a thing we're going to need... Are you still making inserters? I bet at this point you've made... Yes, I don't think there's too many inserters. We are going to need more belt. Thank you for reminding me that we want belt and the way we handle that. Yeah, remembering the mechanics. Super interesting. Is we grab part of those chests... give me all of this. Why are we... Okay, whatever. I think we're happy with that. I think we're just going to presume that that's all working. Yeah, a little gap, and then a full-length gap, and then here is a place where a tank goes that will have gas. We're going to need one more tank, I think. And then, yeah, how are we? Are we well set up today? Maybe we're well set up. Advanced oil cracking here? Yeah, I think we're actually... Maybe we're well set up. See if we can remember the mechanics to do this quickly, maybe. Here and over here, and then two of these guys. Get that grid didn't actually connect. So one of the changes for 2.0 is figuring out, because I didn't realize that the rocket fuel, oh, that's also not what we wanted to do. We wanted to do this first. We wanted to rocket fuel here so we could be copying all of these at the same time. Yeah, the rocket fuel speed changed, and also the light oil from solid fuel recipe changed. It's only 1 second. It used to be 2 seconds. So that is a thing that was why we were so short of light oil in the previous run, and I think also means that we only need to worry about doing maybe 12 from light oil instead of how many we were previously doing. Give me the steel. This is eventually going to need to go over there. I have these undergrounds. We're going to need some of this coal coming in here. Should we probably get the petrochem running first? Probably. What do we need for that? We also need to leave the tanks here, don't we? We need to leave 2 tanks here, and then we need... yeah, I think we're going to put a heavy oil tank down the other end. Wait, I am in the wrong position to build this. I need to be in the middle to build this because of... Yeah, I think... Is that 12? That's going to be all of... I think that's going to be all of the rocket fuel we're actually going to need. We're going to connect it down this side as well. Oh, we're out of pipe. Okay. I believe we put more pipe in here. And then we're going to scoot over to this side and have double oil tank here. Yeah, okay, fine. Can we have one more refinery? Like, I don't think we need that refinery, but at some point we're going to be near enough to building it again. Over here is a position where we can go solid fuel on the left, and then everyone else just gets in a box that can be right next to the silo? Sure. It's not necessarily a good thing to be spending time on now, but that is where everything wants to go. We actually want to lane balance. The solid fuel is on this... Actually, we don't need to think about what side the solid fuel is on if we do that, as long as... Yeah, okay. And then it's the input belt is prioritized into the coal, so that's fine. We've got the gas here. We've got the steel coming out. We've got... I think more of that stuff than we need. Yeah, I think we are on to the next part of the build, which is... Is that exciting? Is that what should happen? Give me copper. I don't want... Yeah, we've got still a whole lot more... here's where it goes, isn't it? Because we want to remember that this is a thing that goes there. Give me these things. Do we have... I think that's probably all the assemblers we need. Good job remembering your plan, although to be fair, we are changing everything about the plan. And why don't I have any music? Is it just me? This is the low-density structure, the cool trick with the low-density structure. It does seem like... that's copper, this should be this way. That we're not getting as much music through as we would usually. And we've got a little trick here. We're going to buffer with a piece of belt rather than with... Oh wait, we take the inserters as well, don't we? Because we've got all the capacity bonus and we don't actually need... This is good enough to make sure that the plastic isn't bottlenecked. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we're going to try and... We've done this slightly differently to end up with less plastic because we don't need as much plastic. We can also just run this straight through here. This belt was actually in the correct place. Look at that. Oh yeah, we forgot to put... Okay. This steel belt runs in here like so. All of this copper wants to get straight in the LDS. The other thing we're supposed to do that we forgot is some power poles in here to make sure that all of that stuff connects. Oh, and the other thing we forgot is... This is day 6 here. We're supposed to have the modules running at this point. We don't. Oh well, never mind. We want more of this stuff. I think we want another 4 here. That takes us up to 12. I think we want to go to 14. Sure. Okay. That stuff can get in there. We now want to unpack this buffer. The power pole is not in the wrong place today, which is nice. This gets in here. This one, I remember the... Okay, these trees are in the way. Other than that, the correct place for that interface to be is... not there. In line with the center of these... yeah, the center of the LDS assemblers. And a weird thing about this is usually we have to go underground to get under these chem plants, and now we don't. So that's weird. Yeah, let's not be doing that silly business. Do we have enough low density? Do we have enough of these? Maybe we do. Whatever. Okay, time to go and do a red chips build, and because we have a reduced need for red chips, I think we can get away with just that many red chips, which is fine. And then, oh yeah, we're also supposed to grab for the paste buffer like this much of a thing, but now also there's belts in there. Can we just grab all of this out of the way? Maybe. That power pole is going to be in the way. Yeah, this... We've got to be a little more careful with that because we have to shift click it. Yeah, we have to force build it because there's a belt where there's usually a chest, which means we have to be more accurate, because if we get it wrong, then we end up building it in the wrong place because we're force building it. But other than that, all of this stuff gets in. We are now unpacking all the green chips. We've got actually a whole lot of forest. That stuff's not going to need to go, but some of it will. Okay, cool. We don't have enough belt for this. This is one of the ways that the... Not there, here. The red chips build can go wrong. Also, these guys aren't there. This one goes here, and then this bounces through. So that was all really bad, and also we've got to go back for more belt anyway. Can we tidy up the inventory? We've got a lot of poles, that's nice. We've got 400 belters. Yeah, that's going to do it. And we probably could have discontinued the belt at this point. And we are still... And we're still a good, solid chunk of minutes behind the world record in 1.1. But also, that was super fast. And I think I am... yeah, going to be surprised if we can get back to that pace anytime soon. Oh, we also aren't supposed to put those belts in here yet. Yeah, that way. So I guess we do this with a blueprint because we don't want the belts in it. And we want more of these here, and more of these here, and more of these here. And then let's... how did we get... So... We've created for ourselves a problem because we need to be able to get one of these belts through here. It's... Okay, I thought we had made that more of a problem than it was going to be. It's fine. Okay, we're also going to need a splitter here. This, yeah, this belt is no longer a thing. This belt of plastic needs to combine with the first of these. The other needs to get through underneath over there. And then... Yeah, reds and prod mods. Do we want to do more red chips? Maybe we want to do more red chips. Do we have 10 chem plants? We have 10 chem plants. Yeah, they're going to go up that way somewhere. I think we are going to do more. I think we're going to put some of these to speed modules because we're going to need a couple of speed modules for beacons. And then we're just going to have... we grabbed too much of that. We're going to have a couple of these on red chips here. And then we're going to run these outputs in the other direction, like so. The inputs still want to continue. Running out of these guys, fine. And then this is the tactical place where we want to occupy the red belt. And that's probably more red chips than we need, but we do start off with a huge need to front load prod mods and red chips, because I did not get... Why do we have gaps here? I don't think we should have gaps on this belt. 5 here, yeah, okay, confusion, sure, whatever. Okay, I think we want to go straight into a thing making blue chips. Oh, hey, are we going to need more... Oh, are we out of long-handed inserters over here? Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Yeah, I think we're going to go straight into... not like that. It is supposed to be around the other way. These are supposed to be closer. This is supposed to be one over. This is going to go back the other way because this belt is going to come around. And then the other one is going to wrap the other way, and it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's why we didn't need to be quite so careful about things, but also this assembly in the middle isn't going to be able to have enough green chips. But then also I wanted to start with the beacons. Sure. So we also do need to, we kind of do need to unpack that, don't we? Because otherwise everyone is going to be... Oh, you're not getting red chips. Oh, because we didn't have this, and that's a pretty important inserter to have there, to be honest as well. Yeah, we need to be unpacking all this stuff to keep it moving so that the beacons have somewhere to come out. And then we've got to do a gas and acid thing somewhere. Please, can I pop your pipe? I do have iron in my inventory, which is cool. We've got a ton of space here, which is nice. So 2 of these guys here. 1 chem plant, another chem plant, light cracking, heavy cracking. Everyone's still running, which is nice. Light oil, heavy oil, water connection, a bit of power. We're going to do that many, it's going to be fine. And then we want to also connect, here's a corner pipe which we can copy and place for convenience. Okay, that actually was not convenient, it did not work. Connect these to power somewhere. Yeah, the petrochem was a thing that we... when we were designing a serious base for 1.1, also took a bit of like layout effort. Let's not put it there because it's going to be in the wrong place. Maybe we've actually... yeah, these beacons chew up a lot of red chips. There's actually entirely possible that we've already got all of the modules we want, which also, you know, would be desirable because going fast is nice. Oh, also we want to connect that to... what am I stuck on? Oh yeah, the pipes I put in exactly that place are what we are stuck on. Sensible. Yeah, maybe we are already good for the number of modules we've made, and we could just pivot it directly back into blue chips. Oh yeah, maybe what we should do is, number 1, connect that to power grid. Number 2, actually connect the acid. Do we want to? No, we're not going to. Okay. How many beacons do I have? 14 beacons. That's actually all the beacons that I want. That's all the blue chips. Do we want to... yeah, I think we want to do a little thing where we go filter for blue chips on the left. And then we're going to try and figure out how we're going to make the rest of this work. So if we have a box here, we're going to want to go into this box. We then will want an assembler here which we have offset, which is going to make the prod mod 2s, of which we already have, I believe that's as many prod mod 2s as we actually need, because this, yeah, because we now only need, yeah, we need fewer. Oh yeah, what are we doing with all these red chips? We can't super easily put things on the other side, can we? Okay, let's actually, oh yeah, I remember I had counted how many of these prod mods I wanted, and I have since forgotten how many of those prod mods I wanted. Maybe we've got the correct number. We didn't put any in the acid, but I think we're fine. I think this has got to go towards the base, but we're also fine. I think these guys are going to want more red chips, and maybe we should be buffering the red chips separately, but we're also not gonna. You're getting all of the extra red chips and also grabbing blue chips for this line. I think this just wants to go towards the silo. And if the grid is holding up, these guys can all just hang out on the belt. Yeah, that's what we usually do. Power the inserters, but not the silo. And then just regular belt. Okay, regular belt wherever, kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, power the inserters, but not the silo. All of these guys can also just get in the silo. It's fine. Grid is super fine. I have a hotbar to remind myself that we want to put the legs back in. I think we are facing the wrong way with the car, but yeah, none of this is backing up. The oil is still going. Oh, that's what we were doing. We needed more of the speed modules in that machine in particular, and then I think we just unset a bunch of these recipes because we don't need that many red chips now. Like, nothing else is going on except for these blue chip assemblers making all the blue chips we needed. You might need more. I've got 67, which is going to be super interesting. I've also got a pile of copper. Oh yeah, we usually do there's usually a buffer pivot, isn't it? That I don't think we bother about at this point because we're just probably slow. Why are we getting this stuff in here? Should we also do the thing where we spread around, yeah, this buffer of green chips? I don't think we did that very well, whatever, never mind. Yeah, you guys get in there. I've got all this iron. We don't need... Are you full? Really? That's not what's supposed to be going on there. It now does feel like I have done something terribly wrong, and everything's going to fall apart, but also... It seems like things are mostly fine, which is weird because it means we would be fast, which is something I would be okay with. Maybe we cut the prod mods too early. You are done with 17. That's actually, yep, okay. That's as many as we needed. You get all of these guys. You give me all of the stuff, and I will also start creating one of these prod mod 3s. You can have all the rest of the things. That's going to be enough. All these red chips still want to be in the blue chips, but the blue chips should also have all of the red chips they need. We're going to turn this car around because, oh wait, I have more beacons. I don't have all that many more speed modules, so I'm going to craft a bunch more speed modules. We are going to also remember that we want beacons by the silo. I've also noticed that one of these guys doesn't have a speed module in it, so we should fix that. Everything is... yeah, we're not going to be crafting those speed mods ourselves. Yeah, those other chips ourselves. Thanks. You're done? Wait, that box needs to stay, because otherwise everything's going to back up. But I think we are... Oh, wait, no. I've got to wait for this one to finish, because I'm going to drive down here, power this guy. Oh, we didn't actually power all the beacons as well. And we are still fine on grid. We've got 4 beacons on the silo working through the parts. The LDS looks like it's been running the whole time. There's blue chips on the belt to work through. These guys also still just want to get in here. Do you want to throw in another beacon? No, I think I just want to get these beacons to the silo, don't I? I think that's all we're doing there. This copper buffer... Yeah, I think we can go faster by making more green chips to push into more blue chips faster, because we don't need... Yeah, because we don't need as much copper for the reduced number of reduced number of red chips that we need to make because of these modules. Anyway, let's check on parts. Blue chips is way off, LDS is way off, rocket fuel is way off. What is the time? Okay, the reason they're all way off is because we are still ahead of world record time. So, let's see if we can... Shouldn't we have another one of these... You know what I should have done? I definitely should have arranged that so that it would be within range. Okay, that's actually also not going to work there, is it? We need this to be... we need this to not be here so that... Gross. We wanted to have one of these grabbing the red chips from there. Yeah, something like that, just to, you know, make this guy go faster. And then some of these green chips... Grab some of these green chips. We definitely should be using... Maybe we could have another beacon over here, but we also need to boost all the other things as well at this point. The beeping I am completely unconcerned by. Yeah, we still got more red chips than we need, but also this guy is boosted. We could get... I mean, the silo kind of doesn't matter. Do we need to... I think if we... Oh yeah, because I put a pipe through there, didn't I? Obviously. We've still got light oil, which I mean... I think means we just grab some of this and boost it. That's going to be fine. And then the low density structure... We're also just going to grab some of this, flip it round, put it here, add another belt. We've added a lot more... We've added a lot more low-density structure than we have rocket fuel, which is a thing. Anyway, we're just going to have a couple boxes. We're going to just have a way of boosting that copper into the low-density structure. It's going to be fine. None of you guys need to exist. Okay, maybe some of that needed to exist. Can we... Yeah, you guys should stop complaining about your stuff. I think we should check on the parts again. We've made enough of everything. That is actually... wait, if we've made enough of everything, the thing we should do is pull these beacons off so that we can run down the belt. I think there's also a build where the blue chips go through the back of this other build. And then we're actually short on rocket fuel because of inserters. So I think we're definitely going to space. I think we're going to space pretty fast. This might be significantly faster than... Yeah, this might end up somewhat faster than I expected to derust at this point, which I would be super happy with. There's still more blue chips than we needed. Apparently, if we're going to go as fast as we can, we need more rocket fuel and more low-density structure, even though these recipes are faster than they were in 1.1. I think we need a better... Oh, you never existed. I think we need a better plan for unpacking a larger number of green chips into a larger number of blue chips. But the time on that is super fast. I wanted a 52 to 54 minute derust. We have hit a sub 50-minute derust, so we are super speedy again. That's nice for me. Also, another thing I don't know is exactly how much power grid we need, because we might be able to save some early iron by not building as much power grid, which is important, because one of the ways I'm thinking about, the way we did get more green chips early on is by buffering less of this copper by having 6 of these green chips assemblers immediately, which means we do need more copper. Actually, let's go check how many green chips we've got, because 100, 1.4 thousand, yeah, this is the bit where the vibes end up more important than the math, because the math is, with a certain size of blue chips build, how long does that need to run to build all my blue chips? But the vibes are, how long does it actually take me to get everything done? What is the belt delay like? How long are these blue chips running before we get the beacons up? All of that kind of stuff. Do we really want these extra bits on red chips, or do we want to be able to make the beacons faster to get the blue chips online faster? And then all of these green chips sitting around, and these ones over to the side. I think we could have, because the pattern we've got of beacons through the middle here is kind of left over from when we also had RCUs on this side, and then more beacons, and then more RCUs. But with this layout, not having RCUs, I think there's a possibility of having blue chips on both sides of some beacons here, which means these green chips might get plugged differently, which we should be able to do, because with less rocket fuel and less solid fuel, all this area we can have a precise, pleasant cracking plan that leaves all of this space open. It's going to be interesting. So we are super fast, we are having a good time, we're going to space. I think if we are already faster than I thought, then we might get to faster than 1.1 rocket launches faster than I thought as well, which would be super interesting. Good time. Good stuff.